Hey, it's Craig Magdalene, and I'm recording myself while driving because I want to tell you my story, and life is busy. So, as you can see, my eyes are on the road, but I'm just going to put the camera close to my mouth because I also don't want to have to raise my voice. So, pretty much just treating this like a microphone right now. Okay, here we go. God has just changed me a lot in the past couple months, specifically, and so I wanted to talk about that more because my whole platform for quite some time has been about, oh, God saved me from this, God saved me from that, specifically like prostitution and drug addiction, but he saved me from a lot more than that. It's just that since I was already claiming redemption before these last couple months, and I discovered these new, like, basically there's been new redemptions and I want to like properly update my platform. Like, yeah, God saved me from prostitution and all that, but I was still thinking that it was okay to have sex outside of marriage because, like, at least I wasn't doing it like with someone I didn't love. So I still thought it was okay to like have sex with someone who wasn't my legal husband if I loved, as long as I loved them and actually wanted to have sex with them freely, if that makes sense. I was so deceived by the enemy still. I didn't know it. And God called my bluff because I thought that if I loved someone and had sex with them, then they were my husband under God's eyes, and that's just wrong. And I'm not going to get into all of that in this video, but I will share with how the Lord works. It has worked in my life. I had an abortion in 2020 because I had sex as a prostitute with someone. Well, that's not even entirely true. I was in the process of ending a relationship with a client, you could say, who was more like a boyfriend, sugar daddy. I wouldn't even really say client. It was like, someone I had been in a relationship with, but the relationship wasn't built on love. It was built on transaction. It was a transactional relationship. There we go. So I was ending that relationship and they raped me. And I ended up getting pregnant shortly after that. I was still in a relationship with my daughter's father, so I didn't know who the baby's father was, and I didn't want to go through that, so I ended up having an abortion. It was really tragic because I love being a mom and I want more kids and I want to be a kid. I mean, I want to be a mother to more kids, but I was so like not okay with the way that it all happened that I was like, no, because if it was my daughter's father, I was happy to bring that kid into the world, but I didn't want to take the chance of it being the guy who had raped me. So I ended up aborting the baby. And fast forward, like after that abortion, it took so much of a toll on me psychologically and physically. I wasn't okay with my body for a long time, and I didn't have sex with anyone for a long time. And turns out, sex is what had been keeping me skinny. Because when I stopped having sex, I didn't have any kind of way to cope. And I didn't have that, like, therapy of, like, moving my body and stress relief and how to escape and all that. So I had to turn to other things. So I turned to cigarettes because I was already over hard drugs for the most part. Although I did start doing cocaine again. Because I ended up having gained so much weight from turning to food to cope, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, I'll never have an abortion again because it really messed me up. Or at least that's what I was saying to myself. Truthfully, I was already messed up, but the abortion definitely didn't help. So, fast forward to 2024, just a couple months ago, and that's why I'm making this video, because God is still working in me, and I want that to be very clear, that I'm not perfect, and just because God has already saved me from so much and pulled me out of so many storms and, situations, just in the past, just 4 months ago, y'all, just 4 months ago, I jumped into a relationship, found myself in a situation where I had told myself before all that, that I would never get an abortion again. Well, I jump into this relationship with a guy that I think is heaven sent, that I think I'm in love with, that I think I'm going to marry. So why not have sex with him, right? So we have sex. I end up getting pregnant. Just weeks, like even the night that I found out I was pregnant, the way he responded to it, he ended up, first of all, we had both agreed to be sober. But the night I found out I'm pregnant, he's drunk. Then the next day, he tells me he had sex with someone, which I don't even think was true. I think he was trying to make me jealous, which is even more kind of sad, because he's like playing mind games and manipulation, because I told him, I can't remember what I told him that made him want to say, yeah, well, I effed someone. And I was like, what? But I don't even think it was true. Maybe it was true. It's just sad. And imagine, this is the night I find out I'm pregnant with his kid. Basically, little by little, things started happening where I'm like, I don't want to spend the rest of my life with this person. He was psychologically abusive, emotionally abusive. He was calling me names. He was insulting my family, my parents, my relationship with my daughter that I already have. I was like, this is not who I don't want to raise a kid with this person. I don't want to spend my life with this person. I don't want to live in the same home as this person. I mean, he needs a lot of help. On top of that, he was lying constantly. Then it turned out he was cheating. But all blamed me, because apparently I was the reason for all of it. So here I find myself in this relationship where I get another abortion, right? And that just devastated me. So I'm like, I just did the thing that I promised I'd never do. Why? And God called my bluff. And I was like, well, I'm not being honest with myself on multiple levels. I was lying to myself. And so that's why God has changed my relationship with sex in the past couple months specifically, like more than I ever thought would be I don't say would be possible in this lifetime. Like, I never desired that change. The cool thing about God is, like, they say he knows the desires of your heart, right? Well, I didn't think anything was wrong, so obviously I wasn't asking God to fix a situation that I didn't think anything was wrong with. But I guess what I'm trying to tell you in summary is that hurt and that pain that I endured, I had to admit to myself that I was causing myself. Finally, like, yeah, that guy was terrible, but at the same time, honestly, he was just being himself. I didn't even take the time to really get to know him before I allowed him to impregnate me. Why did I do that? I had to get real with myself. Oof. And I'm getting real with myself about taking off this eyelash glue. That is not cute, honey. Anyways, that's it, y'all. That's it. I'm gonna go eat lunch now. I just wanted to give y'all a little story time. God had saved me from drug addiction already. God had saved me from prostitution and transactional relationships. But, God only just recently revealed to me and changed something in my heart that goes so deep. And now I'm building a better relationship with my body than I've had in years. I'm like just learning to value myself in ways that I didn't even know I needed. Like, because I thought I had already done a pretty good job, which I had, but there was still work to be done, and God revealed it to me. And that's what it's like to walk with God. There's always something. I don't know what this is. I didn't know it was in my car when I bought this car, and I still love this car, but I don't know if it's mold or if it's from smoked cigarettes that's got smoked in here. I don't know. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll fix that too. Anyway, I'm done. Bye.